good morning. It's Monday morning, May 24th, and Kendall and I are heading back out to the trail. Walking down the road. Kendall's got her thumb out. Gonna get a ride this morning back up to the trailhead. It's about 4 miles up to the trail, so we're kind of walking that direction.
4.7.
And just trying to get back up on the trail. So it's a beautiful morning, and we're well rested from our stay yesterday, so yeah, let's see if we can get a ride here. Alright, well, we made it back up to the trailhead where we left off, and yeah, that's where we had the trail magic over there with Slick, and Slick's not here today, unfortunately, but that's alright. We are loaded up, and we came out of the woods from that side, so we were going to head back there. We hitchhiked from the hotel, but didn't get much luck, so we got almost all the way up here. We probably had about 1.5 miles left to go, and so some guy drove by and saw us walking, so he actually turned around and come back and picked us up. So you know, we got a ride for the last 1.5 miles, which was steep, narrow, curvy road, so it was good to get a ride up. So anyway, Kendall's all loaded up. She's ready to go. I'm ready to go. Let's get on. Okay, we're back on the trail. All right, we're back in the woods where we belong. Town stop was good. Had a good day off yesterday. Celebrated my birthday, and Kendall took me out for a nice dinner, and at one of those retro diners with all the old pictures and the old menus and stuff like that. It was really cool. It was kind of fun to do that. Kind of fun to get a day off, and so back on the trail again, though, where we belong. So, yep. Hope you're with us this morning, and let's go see what we can find. Hey, we get our first view of the day. Let's go out and see how it looks. Not quite as high up as most of our views, but still kind of a neat view. And it's a little different. There's actually clouds today. Very few days have we ever had clouds. It's always been bright and sunny, but today we got a little cloudy, and slight chance of rain today, but not much. So it's not really storm clouds today. But yeah, pretty neat view of the valley there. In case you've forgotten what the trail's like, give you a little reminder. Ankle busting rocks. Yep. Hard going through here, but you know, it's what we gotta do if we want to make it to Maine, so better get on. Kendall was telling me last night that we only have about 100 miles left to go in Pennsylvania. You know, around 100 miles, maybe a little bit more, but we're getting close to the end. But unfortunately, that last section of Pennsylvania is listed as the 3rd hardest section on the entire AT trail. So not too long ago we did the easiest section through all the farmers' fields around Duncannon and all that, but yeah, today we start the 3rd hardest section. First hardest being southern Maine, second hardest being the White Mountains, and eastern Pennsylvania would be the 3rd hardest section. So that's what we got to look forward to starting today. So alright, we're not going to let that dampen our spirits any. We got this. We can handle anything. We arrived at the, it's called the 501 shelter. It's a little different shelter than most. It's actually like a bunkhouse instead of a shelter. It's got some nice picnic tables there, stuff, but yeah. It's like a little cabin on the inside. It's real cool. It's got a big old skylight on it. It's like the dome for like a yurt tent. It's got bunks, like an old hunting cabin. And it has a trash place. I'm gonna put my Mountain Dew bottle. Even has a place to stack your pizza boxes. You can get pizza delivered in here. Get some water bottles. It's got a hiker box with free food and stuff in it. Granola bars and stuff. And it also has some fruit hanging. Some apples over there. Bananas and oranges. Pretty cool. Little bulletin board. Okay, we found a spot to take a nice little break. There's a little campsite here. We're not camping yet, it's only 10:45, but I found a little spot to take a little break and have a little something to eat. So, Kendall, what are you eating this morning?
I have 2 granola bars.
Alright, granola bars, yay.
Found this one on the discount table.
Yeah, Nature Valley wafers. We love those peanut butter wafer bars. They're pretty good, and they're lightweight to carry.
And that's about, let's see, 200 calories and 180 calories. So, morning snack, 380 calories.
There you go. Alright, and I gotta dig mine out here. Alright, well Kendall's got the peanut butter wafer. I have the chocolate peanut butter and the strawberry Kellogg's protein bars. So usually what we do is we used to eat one a piece and then we'd eat half of each flavor and share it. But now we're up to 2 a piece just because we're so hungry. So I'll probably eat half of each one of these and share some of the different flavors with Kendall. So. And we have another view of the valley off to the east, and again you can see the weather over there on that other ridge, probably about 5 miles away or so. It looks like it's getting rain, but this side we're just getting kind of like a fog, a light mist every once in a while, but we haven't had to get rain gear or anything. So, but again, that's a pretty cool view of the valley down there. Right in front there's a big pond, and yeah, looks good. Alright, let's go back up the trail here and go over that way. And we got another little view of the valley. Walk you down, we'll take a look at it. I want to look at it just to get an idea of the weather. It's kind of damp and chilly today, but you know, it's just gray, but it's like most of the heavy clouds are still off in the distance. So, and there's Kendall eating her lunch. Got a nice little spot nestled in here underneath the trees and trying to keep warm and resting her feet a little bit. So, alright, we just finished up our lunch, and that fog hanging around, it got kind of cold, so I went ahead and got our head covers on, and I got my gloves on, and put my coat on. So yeah, it's not really wet, but just a little damp and chilly. So temperature says it's only about 56 degrees, which out here in the damp cold, it feels a little colder than that. So hopefully we'll get out to hiking again, get warmed up. Maybe the sun will come out a little later, warm us back up again. So it's kind of weird. It was 93 yesterday, and today we're wearing gloves and coats again. But supposed to warm back up to up into the 90s again. Not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow on Wednesday. So just a little cold spell moving through, but shouldn't be too bad. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and head up the trail here.
People run across us when it was deeper and we had to go around.
Got a little bit of a stream crossing here. Kendall's making her way across with dry feet. And just a little another section here too. So. Careful, the big one moves. Tiny little stream here. Not much water in it, but flowing pretty good. Rocks are a little bit wet and a little bit slippery, but not too bad. So we've come to this little insignificant part of the trail. Well, there's no markers or anything, but Kendall, why is this section of the trail significant?
We have officially walked 731 miles,
Woohoo!
which is 1/3 of the trail.
Yay, 1/3.
62 days, 1/3 of the trail.
Wow, so this spot right here marks the 1/3 way. So third of it down, 2/3 to go. So yeah, that's pretty significant. Good job. All right, we are racing daylight, a cloudy day like today, trying to get to the shelter and campsite. It's about 3 miles ahead, and it's a little after 6 right now, so we're hoping that the trail holds up. Hasn't been too awfully bad here for the last little bit, so hopefully with good trail we'll get in there in plenty of time and have time to set up, although we may need to stop in a little bit up here and eat some dinner before we get there. But yeah, let's just it's been a good day. We put in some miles today, which was not what we were expecting after having a day off yesterday. Sometimes it's a little slow getting started, but hopefully we'll get to the shelter, Eagle's Nest shelter here, in another 3 miles. So let's see if we can make it. Okay, y'all, we made it to Eagle's Nest shelter, which was our goal for the day. And it's about 0.3 down the side trail. And it is after 8 o'clock, so we're getting late. So we're going to run down here and see if we can find us a campsite before it gets dark. Still don't need to use headlamps, but we're getting close. Luckily, we had dinner on the trail. About 1.5 miles back, so we don't have to cook dinner. We just have to put up the tents and stuff Kendall in hers, and we'll be good to go. So let's go see if we can find some campsites. Okay, found us a campsite. Wanted to get a video before it gets too dark. It's about 25 after 8, so got in, got set up, got my tent there, Kendall's tent, but still haven't put the roof on mine yet, but I will put the roof on tonight. It's threatening to rain a little bit, so we'll get it dried up. So, and yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get our sleeping bags out, crawl into our tents, and call it a night, and hopefully get up bright and early tomorrow morning and hit the trail again. So thank you all for being with us today, and hope you have a good night. Hey, good morning everyone. It's Tuesday morning, May 25th, and we are on the trail in Pennsylvania, and just waking up and getting ready for the day. I've got the stove going. I'm making some oatmeal there, and cooking up some hot cocoa. And we mix our hot cocoa in the empty Gatorade bottle. That way we can shake it up really good and stuff. But got a bottle of water filtered there, and Kendall's getting her tent ready to go, getting all packed up, and I've almost got mine packed up and got just about everything out of it ready to go. But yeah, we're ready to get back on the trail today. Headed for the town of Point Clinton, and be about 10 miles into town, and do a little bit of shopping while we're there, and then hopefully just kind of breeze through town and just go in and back out again. So anyway, we're gonna get finished packed up here, and we'll meet you back up on the trail. All right, we are all packed up, cleaned up, everything picked up, put back in the packs. Kendall's ready, and we're heading out. Okay, we're back on trail, and we are headed north. So trail so far has been, well, we just got on it, but it looks fairly good so far. Got about 10 miles to go to Port Clinton, and obviously, like any other town, it's down at the bottom of a gap, so we got quite a bit of down to do today, but hopefully it won't be too awfully bad. But and Kendall said she didn't like my idea of breezing through town. Sounds like we're gonna be in town for a little while at least, so we got some chores to do while we're there. I've forgotten, we got to go to the post office. We've been thinking about things that we've had for the last 2 months that we really don't need, and we're going to box up and send back a few items that we're hauling around that we really don't need to have. So that'll help our pack weight a little bit. We don't have much, but Kendall actually has quite a bit of stuff that she wants to get rid of. So we'll do that at the post office. Do a little shopping. Apparently there's some candy store there that she really wants to go to. Keep trying to tell her we don't have room in our packs, but we'll see. So we go down the trail, we look for white blazes on the trail to tell us which way to go. Unfortunately, in Pennsylvania, they also mark the boundary lines with white blobs of paint. So if you look down that way, on those trees down there, there are white blobs on the trees, white marks, and then there's a white mark there, there's one there, and there's some up this trail here as well. So
as well as this way,
as well as down. So you come to a four-way intersection, and there's white markers on every single direction. So you kind of have to have an idea of which way you're going. And the blazes generally have a rectangular shape to them, but we have noticed that they've been kind of sloppy in Pennsylvania with the way they do their blazes. So this is more of a blaze than a blob. So and we know that this is kind of the general direction we have to head. So yeah, but a bit confusing here in Pennsylvania with the white blazes. I have noticed that in some spots the trail gets pretty narrow. It's hard to believe this is a major national trail that thousands of people walk on every single year. It definitely has areas where it gets overgrown, and yeah. Well, the trail was good for a while, but now we go up with rocks. so.
And it's uphill.
And it's uphill. Good little up here. But, yep. That's what we got. Well, definitely one of the hardest ups we've done in the last couple of days, but we're almost near the top, so hope you still got some energy left, and yeah, save some for me. Alright, we're gonna get up to the top here and take a little break and have some of our protein bars at the top, so our reward for getting up there. So come on, let's go. And we got our first good viewpoint of the day. Get a good view of the valley. That's actually to the north, I believe, and it's called Auburn Lookout. Probably very pretty in the fall when all the leaves are turning and such, but yeah. We just got to see a deer. Just standing on the trail. We came around the corner and he was standing on the trail, but he took off before I get my camera out, so he was quicker than I was. But beautiful red color. But yeah, he was probably only about 15 feet away or so, so it's kind of nice to see him. And I also forgot to tell you, we saw 3 more yesterday. We were rushing to get into camp before dark, and we saw some bounding down through the ferns. There's 3 of them down there, but we were rushing so fast to get to camp that we didn't get the camera out on those ones either. So hopefully we'll catch a few more on the camera for you, so you guys can see them as well. But I need to be quicker on the draw, I guess. All right, we're heading up the trail, coming up to a pretty good steep downhill. Just past a couple of hikers. His name was Ballpark, and her name was AT positive. So they were actually slack packing southbound today. He'd gotten a knee injury, so they're taking it easy for a couple of days. But really nice folks, and had a good chat with them. And they are northbounders as well, so maybe they'll catch back up with us. But they started in Windsor, which was before the Shenandoah National Park, so I don't know how many miles they're going to be able to do with his injury and all, but maybe they'll catch back up with us. It'd be nice to walk with them for a while. So anyway, we're going to come up here and check out this big little down that we got coming up. Alright, let's go see.
Okay, so Pennsylvania is known for having elves. You might not have known this, but it is AT legend that there are elves in Pennsylvania, and malicious elves that every night get up when the hikers are sleeping and come out and sharpen the edges of the rocks to rip up hiker shoes. So they're very nasty little creatures that come out at night. We haven't seen one yet, but we do see evidence of their passing. Pennsylvania elves.
And we have started our descent into Port Clinton. So heading down this steep hill. It's like most other towns we go to. The hills going down in are really steep because they're always down in the gap by the river. So we'll walk through town and go back up the other side. So yeah, we are going down. You can see a hiker way down there, but it's almost straight up and down here. You can see that right from here we just came up around that corner, but yeah, it's pretty steep side of the hill here, probably the steepest hillside we've been on yet, so that's pretty impressive. And this is where the trail comes out, right at the train station. Actually goes off over that way, but that hill there will be this afternoon. So, alright, here we go. Coming into the town of Point Clinton. Very pretty day. It's overcast today, but getting a little warm. So, but river looks nice. Everything looks so green. Just so you get a view, there's the train station there. And the hill we just came down over there. Okay, it's 5 o'clock and we are leaving Port Clinton. I just got back from a 2-mile trip to Walmart. It's about a week's worth of food. And we loaded it into our packs. Kendall actually took on a lot of the weight. In fact, we can't even get her pack closed. We got so much food in it, so we're heavy, but 5 days worth of food is a lot. And we're going up this hill. Alright, you guys did awesome. Half hour later, we packed all that food up to the top of the hill. We're up on top of this big hill. You can tell we're at the top because of all the old rocks on the ridge line. So, but man, we went up quick. It's a long ways down now, but yeah, I'm not sure if it goes up anymore. It might go up the ridge line a little bit, but shouldn't be too bad. But yeah. There we got a little view. It's kind of hazy today, so you can't see too much, but yeah, it's a beautiful day this afternoon. About 5:30 in the evening, and just a nice breeze blowing, and about mid-70s, I think. But yeah, it's a gorgeous day. Alright, just want to take a quick video and let you know we found a campsite. We made it up to the shelter, Windsor furnished shelter, and got our tent set up just barely before dark. But on a little site here, and you can hear the frogs in the distance. It's actually really the first time we've ever heard peeper frogs on this trip, but it's gonna be cool to be able to go to sleep with the peeper frogs singing in the background. And there's Kendall. She's getting her shoes off, getting ready to get in her tent, and I'll try to figure out with her maybe tomorrow about how many miles we did today, but we're thinking it's about 15 point something, but not really sure. But yeah, it was kind of a brutal climb coming up out of Port Clinton. But I saw a lot of cool stuff today. Saw the deer this morning, and some creatures, and just also the town of Port Clinton was kind of cool. So yeah, we're here for the night. So hope y'all are doing well, and we will see you tomorrow.